Hi everyone, Sandy here. Welcome to my channel. I'm excited to show you the brand new hybrid junk journal collection from Country Craft Creations. This is the first set of packages that have been released. There will be more coming, and I can't wait to show you this and to create a junk journal with you. I'll be working on after I show you this collection. I have pulled out some of my own junk journal elements to share with you and how it goes with this collection, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's take a look at this brand new collection from Country Craft Creations. I know a couple of the other Country Craft Creations designers have showed you this in their videos, but I want to share it with you, those who follow me. And I know some of you are probably from the Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations Facebook group, and you have never made a junk journal, and I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of fun. It's relaxing. You can add into it whatever you want. You can do it as simple as you want or as junky as you want, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to show you how I like to make mine. There'll be different designers, Country Craft Creations designers, making junk journals, or perhaps just mini albums with this collection. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this. You're not locked into just junk journaling, but that's what I'm going to be doing, is a junk journal. Right now I'm just going to show you the collection, and then I will have a separate videos showing you how to make this, how to make a junk journal. So here is the first package. This is, it's labeled as a hybrid junk journal collection, and it was designed by a Country Craft Creations designer, Jacqueline Hart, in conjunction with Country Craft Creations. So it has her name right here on the label with the logo for Country Craft Creations. It's hybrid because it is a new paper collection, but what's great about this one is it is printed on the same papers that Country Craft Creations collections are printed on. So it's on the beautiful linen papers that are very durable, the Bristol linen vellum papers, and so that you can stamp on them. They are prone to not cracking or tearing. And unlike the digital, if you're a junk journal and you print up digital collections, which I have done, on your printer, you can't always control how the colors come out. It may not be as pretty as you thought it would be. Plus, you usually have a white border around it. You don't get the full 8.5 by 11. You have to trim it off. You're not going to have to do that with this. This is very, it's a beautiful collection. It's very durable, and the price point is very reasonable. So compared to buying your copy paper and a printer and then the ink to print it, you'll be very happy, I think, with this, because I'm very excited to have this. So let's open this package up and take a peek at it first. This is the main package, and there will be different themes. This one is petals and letters. There will be other collections coming out, so that's what's exciting for those of us who like to do junk journaling. We're going to have the beautiful papers to work with. So this is the cover sheet, but the cover sheet is also made out of that same paper, and I will be utilizing this to make my actual cover as a support piece within my spine. So hang on to that. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the ephemera elements. Now, for those of you who have a Brother Scan and Cut, you can scan this and have your machine cut it for you. How wonderful that is. I don't have a Brother Scan and Cut, and I don't have a place to keep one, and I really don't want to have that expense. I just don't, I don't feel like I would use it enough to justify that expense. If you have one and you use it all the time, that's great. That's wonderful. But I'm going to fussy cut. I love to fussy cut. I have a couple of tools, scissors that are great for fussy cutting, and then I have a gyro knife that I use, and I will show you how to fussy cut. So for those of you who don't have the Brother Scan and Cut, don't fret about it. You can still use these elements by just cutting them out. It's really, really simple and kind of relaxing and fun. So with these collections, you're going to get 2 sheets of the same ephemera pieces. So you get double the amount. You get these little images like stamps and the keys and the looks like washi tape and the tabs. So all of this you get twice. You get 2 of those. Then you get, let's see here, is there just 1 or 2? Oh, there's 2, they're stuck together. Then you get 2 of this design. Again, your brother Scan and cut that out, or you can fussy cut it out. So these are like pockets and your postcards and things to tuck in your pockets. So that is fun to have. And then this sheet, you get 2 of these. This is your tags. So you have different size tags here to slip in your pocket. Beautiful images. I love the lettering and the roses and just kind of the gold. It looks like it's actually 3-dimensional, but it's not. And then you get 2 of this sheet, which has your titles. Super simple, easy to cut out. Another envelope here, a stamp, some more of the flowers. Where there was spaces, they filled it in with flowers. So I really love that you can utilize these titles here. And then we get into the papers. And just like the 12 by 12 or the 8 by 8 paper collections from Country Craft Creations, this one you also get 3 of each image. Now, again, these are 8.5 by 11, which is a perfect size for junk journals, because if you look at this, you fold it in half and you have a page for your signature. No cutting, no gluing, no pasting. Then you can add your elements, so you can fold it any direction you want. This is going to be fabulous. So on the front side, we have the beautiful flowers, the lettering, places for journaling, and then you flip it over and you have this other image on this side. Gorgeous, just simply gorgeous. I love the look of the lace. I love the actually use lace in my junk journals, but this is just another way to just bring it out in your papers, and then you can add to it. You can build up on it. I can't wait to do that. So here's this one with the beautiful butterfly, some letters there on the smaller image, some music notes in the background, and then you flip it over and you've got this beautiful pattern here. Jacqueline did a fabulous job with bringing these images to life for us and putting them all together. They are just gorgeous. So this is like some of the stuff you look at that's digital for junk journaling with your beautiful flowers and hearts and butterflies and things. But then, like I said, when you print it, you can't control and get this vibrant color, not usually, unless you spend a lot of money on I think a laser printer, which I don't have. And then also when you print it, you have the white around the edges. This goes all the way to the edge with your 8.5 by 11 size. And then of course you get that fabulous vellum linen paper to work with. So keep that in mind. And it's been a very popular collection. I will link it down below. If you get a page not found, when you click on it, I don't know right now what it's going to say. That just means they sold out at this time, but they are reprinting it. It will be back. So keep checking to get your hands on this if you haven't already. If you already have it, then come back probably in about a week, and I will have another video on making an actual junk journal. So you'll want to be sure you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't already. Click down below in the description or down below where you can see subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe and then click on notification. Click on the bell so that you'll be notified when I upload a video. This one I really love. Look at the beautiful big roses and this like twine cording tied in here with that, and the lines on the paper, and then the back side is like that. Just gorgeous. I love lots of music in my music papers in my journaling. So we have that one and that back. And then we have this image here on this side with the lined over here, and this beautiful ribbon bow tied in there. And then look at this side over here. I guess this is the B side, but it is gorgeous, gorgeous. Love all the lettering and detail. And here's another one. Got some pearls in this one. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful junk journal, and I love the pink color. Got the light images of the butterfly in here, and kind of an image of lace mixed in with that. And then this one. And the back side, got that pretty gray color. And then here's this one like this with the big heart and the pearls. And again like that. So that is the main collection pack called the Hybrid Junk Journal Collections, Petals and Letters. So you want to make sure you get that. And then the other paper collection is the companion junk journal kit. It's a little bit different and you'll see why. So let's take a look at it. It is also 8.5 by 11. Same papers on the cover sheet, so I will be keeping that, of course, to use for some stability in my spine sections when I do my junk journals. What's different about these, it still has the imagery in the background, some of the little roses and the petals, but it is the line pages. So this would be like your tea-dyed, coffee-dyed paper if you want. You can still use those in your book, but this is already done for you. Now you will see that all of them are the same here up to a certain point. I haven't counted them out. It probably says on the sheet, but the back side is solid. So when you fold these in half, this is what you've got. You've got your like this, solid front and back, and then your ruled. Now if you don't do junk journaling or you haven't done it yet, you may not realize that when you fold your pages in half, as they stack on each other, and you could add something different in between them, like one of these prints here. I've got them all over here on the. So say if you have this and you wanted to fold it like that, and then you put one of these inside it and fold it. This is a signature, and then you can stack as many as you want. And then you bind it in here with your stitching or your ribbon that you're tying. And so one sheet, 8.5 by 11, becomes actually 4 pages. So you have, we put 2 together, we're going to have 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pages with just 2 sheets of paper, just like that. So it's, for those of you who are beginners, you might not understand that. But anyway, this particular one, you have the beige tone, and you get, where's that cover sheet? It doesn't say on the front, so I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 sheets of this tone, like the sepia tone. I want to show you this picture. This is a real old postcard. This is a real photo. Look at how gorgeous that is. This is something I picked up at like an antique mall. I like to go to the antique malls. So that photo, that's the color of that. Isn't that gorgeous with that? So we get 10 of this, and then you get 10 of the gray color, all the same. Got that same pattern on the back, just like that. This is the companion pack. And then if you're wanting to add in some calendar pages, then you get those. You get 2 of the beige tone, and this is the back side with that beautiful rose, and you get 2 of the grayer tone, and like that. So you can use that to put a calendar in there, or you could, you know, make yourself a planner, whatever you want to do with those. So that is the companion pack. And then there's another item that goes with this that I was not able to get yet, but I'm going to tell you about it, so hang on just a second. So in addition to these wonderful papers with all this ephemera and everything that you can cut out, Country Craft Creations also has, it's sold out right now because everybody wanted it. I didn't even get it as a designer. It sold out so fast, is what's called the Junk Journal Accessories Kit. For you that are beginners, you will want to eventually get your hands on the Junk Journal Accessory Kit. What is that? It is a individually curated package of stuff like you see here on my desk. These are mine. These I have from my stash. But Tamara, the owner of Country Craft Creations, has a collection of old papers, like the music paper, postcards, different things, and laces and trims and doilies and things like that, that she has been collecting, and then she's going to assemble accessory collection kits. And they are being sold at Country Craft Creations. Right now you can't see it on the store website because it is completely sold out, and she has to put together more before she can list them. But for those of you who have not been doing junk journaling and you haven't collected any of this stuff, it is an amazing way to get started on gathering together bits and pieces of different things to go into your junk journal. Now, I will be adding stuff into mine after I have it assembled and show you how to add things into it that that you collect. Like I said, this picture here, I went to a antique mall and I bought a pack of old photos. So I have this one here. I've used some of them already, but they're people I don't even know, but I like to tuck them into the pockets or attach them with paper clips onto the page. They're just a fun way to add into the albums. Also, you might want to collect things like postcards or letters like this one. This is an old deed of trust that you can tuck into a pocket. It just gives a different look to the junk journal. That's why it's called a junk journal. It's got things in it that you normally don't find. It's just things that give it some vintage interest. You don't have to add this into your junk journal if you don't want to, but I'm just giving you an idea of what you can add. Like this is an old grocery receipt that's never been used. Pages from books, vintage books. This one's even been folded up. You can fold them up and make pockets or whatever you want to with that. Old bingo cards, coin envelopes. This is probably a new one. A layaway ticket with a string. Little doilies that you purchase and then tea dye them. So that's what these are. Junk envelopes are the envelopes that come in your bills. This one was one that something came in and I was able to open it like that. Got the nice window so you could fold it up and make a pocket out of it, put a frame on it, some pretty paper. And then I love collecting music papers, pages. So this one came out of a book. This one says So Far Away. This one doesn't even have the song. You can fold it and use it as a page, or you can make it into a pocket. If you don't want to use your original old ones, you can photocopy these and make some extras. Other things you may want to collect is old shelf paper. This was at my husband's aunt's house. I even cut a piece of it out, but it was lining some of her dresser drawers. Look how gorgeous that is, and very old, very vintage. So yeah, I collect stuff like that. And then I have this bowl of stuff. This is all new stuff, and you can use this in junk journals. It doesn't have to be old. You can make it look old. This is just different stuff left over from other projects that I've done, or ribbons that I didn't use. Like this one is going to be fabulous for this junk journal. Let's see if I can grab one of the pages like this. So you can just, different pink colors in there with that. Now this yellow one here, maybe not so much, but I've got bits of twine and other ribbons, jute ribbon, some frames. This might have been from Prima or Tim Holtz. Bits of different laces that I have that I like to collect. The remnants from another junk journal I'll show you. Some Prima ribbons. So see this different ribbons from different things, pearls. I've got buttons down here. I also love to go to the antique malls and buy old, real vintage buttons. You can usually buy them like by the jar. I've got charms down in here. things that you collect, and I just kind of keep it all in this bowl, which is getting too full, but I've got it here to use for my junk journaling. So anyway, that's what that is. And then also I have, many years ago, I had bought a roll of waxed thread for my junk journal. I love to use that, and I have a big needle with a big eye. And so you might want to get that. These you can pick up in the sewing department. This I did order from a book binding place. But if you don't have this type of thread, you can use regular embroidery thread in any color you want. You can pick that up. You can even use ribbon to tie in some of your pages. It's just a lot of fun. There's no set rules. You can do what you want. You can add what you want to it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. Now, at the New Year's Eve Country Craft Creations New Year's Eve crop, I made this junk journal, the Bridgerton, Little Book of Bridgerton junk journal. I used a actual book and tore it apart for the cover and the back. Then I ended up covering the back with paper. I used lace trim. I love how this turned out. This is the type of spine I like to make for my junk journal, and so I think for this collection here, that's what I'm going to be doing, is one like this with the paper curved spine. It can be fabric. I use paper a lot with the hard cover, and then the softer spine so it can curve in around those pages. This one has two signatures, two pretty good full signatures, and I will show you how to make these pages with the collection, and then also how to decorate it. So it may be several videos, but most importantly, I'm going to show you how to sew it in and put these signatures into the cover, because on my last video for this one, my computer did not save the videos. I was having computer issues, but now I have a new computer, so I don't think I'll have any trouble, and I will recreate, not with this book, but with the new book, New Junk Journal, how to make this type of cover and add these type of pages into it by sewing them in with this type of thread. Like I said, you can use embroidery thread. So anyway, thank you so much for letting me babble on about this junk journal stuff, and I hope that you will check it out on Country Craft Creations. I will link the paper collections down below. This is what I will be using to make a junk journal, and then I will be adding in some of my junk journal finds. So if you want to take a day, a weekend to go visit some antique malls or estate sales and pick up some things, or just go through your bits and pieces that you have left over, buttons and charms. See how on this one I have even grab you some little safety pins at the sewing department when you go get your sewing needle. Get you some safety pins, maybe some little metal charms. These are flowers that I collect, you know, from leftover collections. These are all probably Prima and I can't think, some other brands. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. Love the laces. These are new laces. You can use vintage laces. These are new laces that I had in my stash that you can pick up at the fabric department. So, and then I love to use seam binding ribbon that you can pick up all kinds of colors from Country Craft Creations and just create and have a lot of fun. And you can add journaling into these. You can add photos, or you just can keep them to look at the pretty papers, whatever you want to do with a junk journal. Keep them on your shelf and have a lot of fun creating. And I usually say a junk journal is usually never done, because, you know, if I find something that I like that I think would go pretty in this book, I will go tuck it into the pocket or glue it to a page. And you can add photos. You can use your own vintage photos. If you don't want to use your old vintage photos, photocopy them. Make a photocopy of them on some photo paper and put those in your junk journal. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm going to be using some different kinds of ink to make these vintage. I will show you how to make this. I do it all the time, this faux Scotch tape. I love that in my junk journals. I use it all the time. It's a real gift wrap tape that you use inks or stains to make it look old, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell to be notified when I have my videos uploaded for you. I'm going to get started on the junk journal right away. And always check out Country Craft Creations, and be sure to check the link for these papers. You don't want to miss out. And oh yes, I just saw the announcement, was it yesterday on Facebook, that there's going to be a companion pack #2 to go with this collection. Can't wait. So join me soon for a junk journal adventure. Bye-bye.